Today, I would like to talk about politics and politicians without getting into partisanship. Today's politicians do not seem to realize their obligations. The first obligation is to represent all of their constituents, not just those that voted for them, but all. There is a second obligation to represent the best interests of the country of the United States of America. Those are their obligations. Now, the distortion comes where an effort to maintain their positions or to increase their powers, they make false promises in an attempt to appease the majority of the voters so that they can stay in power. When they say they are going to do something, in the case of the United States representatives, senators, and president, the House of Representatives must pass bills, legislation that are in tune with the promises made. Then the Senate must also pass the same measure. Then it goes to the president to be either signed or for him to veto, or her. The House and Senate can override any veto of a president. When the president's veto does not represent the best interest of the country. So all of these promises and plans are greatly distorted. And a lot of them are outright lies. We have several plans from multiple candidates, of which 5% may get some measure of serious consideration by the House and Senate, but I predict that less than 1% have any chance of being passed into law. The problems are many, but a primary one is that our politicians have misplaced loyalties. Each is loyal to their party more than they are the country. There are many examples, but I would say with the escalating mass shootings, that is one example where bipartisan cooperation should be happening, but it's not. It is a measure of safety for the citizens of the United States, for which they are responsible. And they are not fulfilling that responsibility whatsoever. Yes, I believe in the Second Amendment. I have firearms. But I am not homicidal. And it is safe for me to have them. Felons are denied the rights of the Second Amendment to own firearms. Those who do not hold human life with respect, who would feel it is their right, or in some cases obligation, to kill others, should also forfeit that right. But partisan politics, misplaced loyalties, keep that from happening. Common sense is one of the most uncommon things in this world. Common sense says, do what is necessary to limit the ability of those to do harm. But who is trying to do that? The Democrats are passing legislation which the Republicans feel are not acceptable, so there is no chance of it going anywhere, and the Democrats know that. The Republicans are coming up with no solutions that are reasonable. In fact, I have heard very few suggestions or thoughts at all from them. It is a game of politics to maintain or advance their individual and collective positions according to party rule. There is little to no bipartisanship. And that is something that should not be. They should be working together for the betterment of the United States instead of status quo or betterment of themselves. For many years I have said you could put them in a paper bag with some, say, powdered sugar or cinnamon sugar, shake it up, pour them out, and you wouldn't be able to tell one from the other. They would all appear the same. For the most part, I fear that that is true. That their agendas are improper. Their agenda should be we citizens. But they have turned their backs on us. And we need to hold them accountable, regardless of party. We should be demanding that they represent us, not themselves, not the lobbyists, but we common citizens. I think that's enough food for thought for today. About a 12-minute message, I think, is about as much as anyone's attention span is good for. So I bid you good day today, and I will come up with another or similar subject in due time, given consideration as it's due. Thank you, and goodbye for now.